Thunder snow.
Well, it was a bit treacherous out there today. Have no fear. In between the rounds of thunder snow, we found some basketball games that were not canceled tonight.
Thank goodness. Corey.
I'm Corey Miller. Welcome into 5 on your sideline.
Exactly. That's right, Corey. And I'm Annie Kroll. We have plenty of other sports besides basketball to highlight tonight. But as well, let's hoop on over to the river and hoop. Why not? To Illinois to check out some of those high school games that, honestly, they braved the storm.
Let's do it. You're up first.
Well, one of the best teams in Illinois, that's going to be Alton facing off against Edwardsville for the regional championship at Collinsville tonight. Redbirds getting hot fast. Kaylee Lacey's going to connect for two. They're going to stay hot. Watch this one, though. The Tigers are going to answer from the top of the key thanks to Lainey McFarland. That goes in. One of their strong sophomores there. Watching this ball handling right here. Ooh, behind the back, Kyoko Proctor underneath in the basket. Big Edwardsville pass coming up right now. Look at this one right there. That's going to find long ball. That goes in for Molly Peel. And then it's going to be 6'2" junior Talia Norman, who's going to have defenders all over her, but somehow floats it in, spins around, goes in. Alton was going to fly just too high. Their season record now 30-2. Redbirds win 63. Edwardsville 38.
Nice regional title for Alton. Now let's go over to East St. Louis for senior night against Belleville East. How about this block to start things off? Taylor Powell gets way up for the stuff. Lancers would get their revenge in the form of Tallis Lowry, though. He was on fire early. Hits from deep, then drives into the lane. He's going to get himself two more. Then he's going to hit the casual three from up top. That's going to force a Flyer timeout. Belleville East went on the road and got the 55-53 win over East St. Louis. Well, the word dominant really isn't strong enough to describe Incarnate Word basketball. The Red Knights won their 124th straight game last night. Here's a look at their history on the hardwood. Incarnate Word basketball is known for dominance. They win state championships, 6 in a row and counting in fact, produce superstars, and above all else, win. All that winning culminated on Thursday night with a 75-32 victory over Ursuline. It was the program's 124th straight victory. That passes Stratford High's record for the longest winning streak in Missouri girls high school hoops history.
And we worked really hard for this, all of us, even people in the past, you know, they made us get to this point.
What I love about it the most is it's just not one team, one person. There's a lot of people involved, a lot of different players, different coaches, different seasons, and it's just fantastic that a whole community can be a part of this.
The streak has been 4 years in the making. Incarnate has not lost a game since February 8th, 2020. And no player on this current roster has ever lost a game in high school.
We work as a team every day. We push each other in practice to make each other better, and it all paid off in the end.
And this accolade is yet another reason why this program should be considered one of the best in the country.
Honestly, I think it's good for St. Louis basketball as well, for schools in California and New York to know what Incarnate basketball is really an honor.
The players know they'll carry this streak the rest of their lives.
It'll be fun to tell my kids, you know, brag to them a little bit.
But there's still one more goal left to achieve this season.
We've done all this for a reason, so we might as well get the win state. That's the goal.
Well, St. Charles may have been one of the best places in the country tonight if you're a fan of women's gymnastics. 14th ranked Mizzou took the stage at the Family Arena, also facing the Fighting Illini gymnastics team and number 6 ranked Florida. The Tigers continuing to earn national recognition after upsetting 3rd ranked LSU last time they took to the floor. Lindenwood hoped to make a statement after the university announced on December 1st their gymnastics team, along with 8 other programs, would be cut after this season. But here's the highlight of the night. Mara Teeter-Soleil scores the first ever perfect 10 on bars in Mizzou history. That's an accomplishment right there. Florida narrowly won the match tonight, although with a score of 197.925. We caught up with Lindenwood and Mizzou's head coaches ahead of tonight's meet.
Means a lot to every single one of them, and myself included. You know, it gives them plenty of opportunities now and in the future. So the goal is to definitely stop things like this from happening and continue to fight for the sport that matters to everybody so much.
So that you get through January and the new wears off and the grind wears in, and I feel like the progress we've made in the last decade has been tremendous, and especially over the last 3 to 4 years, and just really excited for the young ladies that have put in all the hard work.
Maybe SLU basketball knew today's snow was coming. It was Billiken Blizzard night against VCU, with the whole crowd asked to wear white. The festive vibes did not help SLU on the scoreboard, though. This man is on fire. Sincere Parker has scored 67 points the past 2 games, and spoiler, he had another big game tonight. That's when you know you're hot. Look at that shot. He pulls up and is going to hit another one, that time from Caitlin Clark range. SLU hanging around with the Rams. Here's Parker again from deep. He had 30, the first Bill since Larry Hughes to score at least 30 points in 3 straight games. SLU trying to hang in there, and one from Terrence Hargrove Jr., 3-point game under 8 minutes left. But SLU could not complete the comeback. VCU wins 95-85. Bills are now tied for last place in the A-10. We'll be right back.
This 5 on Your Side St. Louis City SC coverage is sponsored by Together Credit Union.
If you're a soccer fan in St. Louis, it must feel like Christmas Eve. City SC is gearing up for a season-opening doubleheader next week at City Park to start their 2024 campaign. Tuesday kicks off the Champions Cup against Houston, and Saturday starts the MLS season against Salt Lake City. We got some fun news today as well. Behold the new secondary kit for City SC. It's called the Confluence Kit, and no two are the same. Seriously, every wave pattern is different on each individual kit. Pretty neat. I chatted with coach and players yesterday to get the pulse of the club before year 2 begins.
There's an edginess within the group because everyone thinks, you know, they're starting, which is great. You know, that's awesome to have in that group. For sure there's going to be disappointments. For sure there's going to be frustrations, and, you know, that's how we have to get through it.
Preseason was great. We had so many good training sessions. You can see that with more players, we have more competition in the squad as well. So this makes the level of the training higher.
Have some new guys here as well. Nicholas Durr, Tomas Totland, who are also bringing in, you know, their own style, their own flavor, and it's such a good melting pot, and it's super enjoyable to be around this team.
And I feel like we ourselves, we don't really have anything to prove to anyone. We're just going out there doing what we know to do, you know. So, and trying to, I guess you could say, prove ourselves right, because we always had that belief in ourselves.
It's a long wait for me, and we, of course, preseason it's fun to play, but it's not enough in front of our fans or big crowds. I think we play better when we have our fans with us. So just very excited, and we're ready to play, man.
Well, it won't be long until we have soccer, baseball, hockey, and football to follow in St. Louis, and today we got official confirmation that our pro football team will be once again led by A.J. McCarron. The Battlehawks QB is back in a decision that was made sense for his family and furthered his desire to win here in St. Louis.
So I think as soon as the season ended last year and Daddy got home, I think the first question was, "Why are you home? Are you not playing football anymore?" So that was a hard thing to explain to a 6-year-old at the time, was how messed up the tiebreaker situation was that we got screwed out of. But literally from the time the season ended, it's wearing the St. Louis helmet that I brought back home. I know it's a blue-collar city. Like, people work their asses off, and that's something I've always prided myself on, is working my ass off to achieve whatever I can. And the fact that they showed me that much support and love, not only to myself, but teammates and the organization and family and friends, and it just meant a ton to me. And so I want nothing more than to come back and win for the city and have a freaking championship parade going through downtown.
Great game for the Blues last night at Enterprise Center against the Oilers. Big 6-3 win and some big-time goals.
No kidding, Corey, but let's talk about Jordan Binnington on defense, who was arguably a wall at the goal, stopping 35 of 38 shots from Edmonton. At this point in the season, they really have some crucial saves, and some of them were a little shocking. Binnington defending the Blues goal while Jake Neighbors and Robert Thomas were throwing it into the net on the other side. St. Louis getting 2 power play goals at Enterprise Thursday night. Both Neighbors and Thomas had a goal apiece, not to mention 2 assists. The forwards are already looking to that playoff push.
Part of our identity is getting pucks to the goal line and, wearing teams down, playing in the O-zone, getting the puck a little high and getting to the net and getting shots there. So I thought we did a better job of that in the second and, obviously worked out for us.
If you look at the last, 4 games, everyone's chipping in, different lines stepping up and carrying the weight every night, and that's what you need coming down the stretch and playing these big games. You need everyone involved, and it's great to see it coming together.
All right, that'll do it for 5 on your sideline tonight. For Annie Kroll, I'm Corey Miller. We're going to leave you with some spring training views to warm up this chilly night in St. Louis.
Watch it. Let's do it.